doesn't matter what day of the week it is. All I know is as long as we're together, it will always be a beautiful day. As long as we're part of Galaxy Television family, it will always be a good day. So a beautiful day to you, a beautiful morning, and to the Almighty God, we say thank you. Life, thank you for the make use of it carelessly. We're going to use it judiciously for something positive. That's a promise from me. Have you said your own? It's good you say it all, so that all the promises of God concerning you will come to pass. Okay? He said, when you knock, it has opened doors to you. When you seek, you will find. And when you are out, also, to always there are some conditions you have to follow. For many of us, I'll be the head, I'll never be the tail. It's easy for us to say. But do you know there are some conditions? So on that note, I want to welcome you to Gala. The television, the program is Family and Values. And my name is Olori Adejoke Abdul. My friends call me Olori AJ. How are you? What's happening to you? How's life been? Accepting you. The way we want life to accept us. But one thing is, as long as you're positive and you know who you are, you know who you are. And as long as you know who you are, believe in yourself, do good. Today is Tuesday, and it's always a Tuesday with a difference from one of Family and Values is a program that is all set for you and I to check ourselves, look after our well-being, our welfare, our health. Yes, how well are we mentally stable? Yes, our relationships, friends, colleagues in the office, in businesses, how well do we put that in everything we do? Also, as a son, do you respect your elders? Because when you see your elders outside, you remember you have people like them at home. And to those who are just preparing themselves to get married, how well do you know your partner? These and many more are the things we do that. And everything that those about our heart that we find difficult to understand. We have specialists, we have certified people, counselors, life coaches. We have them all here. Mental health advocates come from time to time to talk about different topics, and that's what family value is all about. So that values, they are very it is the life norms that we are in the Gen Z situation of life that we find ourselves. People call it. Oh, so today I'll be running alone. But I have my guests in the house, so I'm not really alone because my darling sister is not here with me. But nevertheless, the show must go on. So it's all well, and I pray wherever she is, it's well with her. Just next week. So get ready and all the worries. Just make sure you on that note, so everyone celebrating today, we wish you happy birthday, many more fulfilling New Years. It will not be the least celebration you have. Blessed, your new age is blessed, your new year is blessed, everyone around you is blessed. Celebration will never cease from your home, from your family, from all that you see. The Lord will always find a way to celebrate that. Our brothers and sisters in Islam, I've always told you, send in your details. Let's have you on our show. We want to be part of your talk. We want to be part of your family because this family is not just about being a Christian. It's all about being in your own personality. We believe we want to be able to express ourselves because one tree cannot make a forest. And we need so much in you as well. So let's go for our media feature because my guest is free. And the thing is, they just take it. But make sure you join it. Galaxy application, download it, and go to the live spot. You will definitely join us. So we're on the go. And on our YouTube channel, you can also be on the National Defense Station. You can always join us on 741 on Star Times 110 on Facebook, on X. Okay, welcome back. So we've been, we are just starting, so don't be scared. We're just taking off. And I have my guest right here with me in person of Kayode George. He is a criminology expert, a security expert as well, and also conflict studies expert. So he is a lecturer in some of the private universities. He was the former HOD with Caleb University. And for you to be a lecturer, you have to get all the details right so that you not go and start teaching nonsense like fella sang. It's so good to have you, sir. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
It's so good to have you this
Yeah, we
morning.
thank God for today. It's a good
Thank
day.
God. Thank God. Okay, so this morning we're looking at security tips for this Yuletide season. What are the security tips that we need to have the at the tip of our hands at home, as we go to work, when we're going to the market to shop, when we are even going on the road by air, by water, by rail, by road, which is by land. So, what are these details? Even when you're about to go to the bank and withdraw huge amounts of money, this is seeing a lot of movement here and there from one place to another. And we need to put ourselves, because family, like we said, it's a whole lot of responsibility for each and everyone in that family. And so we need to talk about the security tips for this Yuletide season. So we have Kayode George with us this morning, and he'll be talking more. Okay, doctor. I'm so sorry, doctor. Dr. Kayode George. So we'll be talking with him this morning, and he will, expatiate more on those security details that we need to put together. So, sir, what is security, and how useful can security steps be, especially when we are at the season? How important are these security details when we talk about the festive season?
Yes, thank you very much. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, our viewers. First, security is well, there are many dimensions of security, but simply said, it is having a sense of being safe, sense of safety.
Mm-hmm.
When you say, am I secured? Am I safe from danger, from harm, from embarrassment, from attack? So if you know you are secure, everybody wants to be secured anyway. Everybody wants security.
Oh.
So at this Yuletide season, first thing is to be aware, to be sensitive to the environment. We know how things are in the country, the economy is somehow. So everybody's looking for money, everybody's looking how to survive. So you need to guard yourself, guard your house, guard your money, guard your bank accounts, guard your car, and guard your family. So that we have a very good celebration this time.
Okay, so I want to ask, are there tools or applications for personal safety? And what are the emergency contacts one needs to have at this, point in time where the festive season is here? So you find people losing their phone, and I can't remember my husband's number. Safe. I don't even remember the code, to block my line so that they will not go and start working on my. So, are there applications or tools one needs to work with, all in the name of securing your property, your item, yourself, and any contacts when it comes to emergency one needs to reach out?
Well, the first tool is our senses. Our senses, our memory. If for suddenly you lose your phone, you should have at least 4 to 10 phone numbers in memory that you can recall
offhand. Wow.
Your wife, your husband, your friends, your children, your classmates, your church mates, somebody you relate very well with. That you can say, okay, this person, you be able to recall some numbers off the cuff. Second one is our senses. God has given us 5 senses to sense things. We all sense danger. It's only that we don't agree with it. We don't apply ourselves to it. We have sensors in us that senses danger, that sense insecurity. If you are moving to an environment, for instance, you would need to look for, this place is so quiet, or this place is too lousy. Something will alert you about that environment. Even when you meet somebody for the first time, there's something that will alarm you about that person. Maybe the look, maybe the dress, maybe the voice, maybe the way the person walks. But most of the time we ignore these signals. So God has given us the natural tools to sense danger and to work off an unsecure environment. So we need to be alert to our senses that they have to respond to our senses when they are telling us some things about some people. I remember in Ikorodu in those days, the woman was at the bus stop and something told her, move away. She was buying something, she was backing the road, saying, move away. She just moved. At that moment, a trailer just lost control from that area and ran over everybody there. She was crying, she was weeping. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the natural tool that we have, sensors. I want to believe that even the computers, the gadgets we rely on, follow this natural tool that God has given us to sense. If I'm working on your computer, for instance, it will tell you you've stayed on the computer for too long, take a walk, take a break. And so our senses will also tell us, I think you are sleeping too much. I think you are walking too much.
You're walking too much. You're sitting for so long.
In 1 hour, take water. But we ignore it because we think we are busy, because we think we are doing something. We ignore those natural signals to sense dangers.
Okay. I want to ask, what are those common security threats during the season that may, come our way? Those security threats, and how do we handle them? Because if we say they won't come, we may be, ignoring certain things intentionally, and we're causing ourselves harm at the end of the day.
Threat is something that can cause danger. In itself is not dangerous, but it can cause danger. It can cause harm. It's a threat. An uncovered drainage is a threat, for instance.
How? Because some like, how come? It's not in front of my house.
An uncovered drainage where we have broken bottles, stones, glass, and sometimes some dangerous animals. It's a threat. So our sense will tell us, move away or don't play around that place. Okay? A bushy environment is a threat. An environment that is bushy, an unfinished building is in a volatile environment is a threat. Your car that's not functioning well, your faulty brake system is a threat. It can portend danger. And so we have these things around us that we need to notice and monitor and just.
So how do we handle all these threats? Like the unfinished building. I remember one of my sister-in-law mentioned that the building next to her was uncompleted. And so sometimes snakes do come in, to our place. He said it was just snakes, by risk,
hoodlums.
And so what are other things like you talked about? I remember also I closed from work on a day like this some time ago, and I got to Allen Avenue. A man was drunk, and before you know it, he just missed a step and he found himself in the trench. And I screamed. Joy said, "What happened?" I said, "Oh my God, somebody just went inside the gutter." And from where I was to where he is, I was thinking people passing will assist him. He said he's drunk, Joe. I said, but he may have hit his head. He may have, something dangerous must have been there because he was struggling to come out.
Yes.
Oh my God. So how can we handle all this that you've mentioned? So,
Well, to handle it, like I said, is to be one, the law of nature talks about self-preservation, self-protection. So we need to first and foremost preserve ourselves. And nobody will do that for us. Moving near uncovered drainage, like we said, and like I said, we know that we need to move away from it. The person that got drunk, there's still percentage of his senses that is still working that tells him that's a ditch. But because majority of the senses is being overwhelmed
by the alcohol,
we will ignore it. Okay, and the moment he started drinking, he knows his limits.
He would have stopped.
He goes beyond his limits, so he has exposed himself to danger. And for people around who refuse to assist him, it's also not good. It's not good enough. Because sometimes, somehow, some people unconsciously, unintentionally fall into danger. And so we need to help ourselves when we see somebody in danger. He might be drunk, that's fine. That's on. We don't have to abandon him in his
drunkenness.
In his drunkenness. So we need to take him up and help him.
I don't know whether you came across this video, Doctor. It was a warning sign when you talk about security around us. It was a skit just trying to warn people that this is festive season. You see people dressed very well. Like this lady was in a uniform, an NYC uniform. I'm not saying NYC student, I like that. No, it was a skit trying to, make people to realize that in the process of saying someone is well dressed or someone is needing attention for help. So an inhaler was by the side and it was like she needed help. So a lady was passing. I was like, this person is an asthmatic patient. Let me help. So while she was trying to put down her bag to help, somebody came from the back. Did you see that video?
Yeah,
Didn't see it.
I saw something.
Someone came from the back and decided to use something to cover her nose and gain her consciousnness, and the drag her. And so in that, because I'm sure many people saw that video. It was a skit trying to warn people that this is SCP season. Know who you will help.
Yes.
How can you guide us before we go for a break on this particular scenario?
Thank you very much. That's very important. Like I said, the first important thing about security is to know your environment. Nigeria, or particularly the cities, are not very safe in terms of helping people. We have seen people in the past who want to assist and they've been attacked. So if you're in such environment, you don't need to bother yourself to ask people. You have to preserve yourself first. I did a training on occupational safety. We were told that for you to intervene in any emergency situation, you need to first ensure that you are safe.
How do we do that?
As a doctor or as a nurse.
How do we do that? We have a lot of nice people.
Look around.
Okay.
Look around, left and right, back and front. Are you the only person? Is he the only person
around there?
Then listen to your inner voice. There's something that will beep inside of you. Don't wait. Move. But if you live, all these things are environmentally imposed, or let me say, if you live in a good environment where people are safe, where there's no danger at all, you feel good to assist. If you live in an environment where, I don't want to mention names now, where it's a volatile environment.
Like where? Ajegunle, Ikorodu, Mushin,
all those not well organized environments. You could easily attack.
Like slums.
Yeah, like slums. Like in my house in Ikorodu, even the drainage, the iron we put on our gutter, they came to remove it.
All those scavengers.
So that shows that this environment is not too safe to want to render assistance. So it depends. Like I say, it depends on the environment. I mean, my son was coming from work one day and he was stopped at K2. and asking for assistance, and they took his phone in his pocket. He didn't
Oh
know
my
what happened
God.
to his phone.
Oh my
So he
God.
was taught the bitter lesson to never to assist people. This is not good enough for a young man growing up.
Growing up, what the
That's my worry,
mindset?
that people are growing up in this kind of
Violent,
toxic
environment.
toxic.
Very,
When
very.
you are growing up, people they will assist.
They will assist
We
you.
can even bring strangers into our house
You know?
for 1 day, 2 days, and nothing will happen.
True.
But these days you cannot try it again. You bring somebody in, you are gone. You are robbed. You are implicated. So the environment determines what we do. I believe very strongly in that one. If you live in a good environment, for instance, where people are nice, everybody's okay, there's no high and the mighty, it's easy for people to assist. It's so unfortunate that we find ourselves in this situation. It's unfortunate.
Okay, it's very unfortunate, but we have to go for the short break as we take our water marble, and we will be right back. So stay tuned. We are discussing security tips this Yuletide season. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. It's still Family and Values, and we've been talking with Dr. Kayode George. He is an expert when it comes to criminality, expert talking about everything that you need to know when it comes to checking yourself and looking out for your well-being, especially when you have anything that can incriminate you, anything that can also prevent you from falling into the hands of criminals. And that's why we're talking about security tips this Yuletide season. And we've been discussing for quite some time, so you can still join us. You can also seek out for him on Instagram at kgeorge4668. Kgeorge, K-A-Y George 4668. That's his Instagram handle. So you can always seek out for him if you need anything that has to do with security information and details. Now, I want to ask, how can we secure our homes when we travel, whether by day or by night? What are those things when you are leaving your home here in Lagos and you are traveling to the east or to the north or to Abuja, or for any this festive season I might decide to travel, and you talking about something when you traveled to Birmingham some time ago. You can also chip that in for us. So what are those things that we need to secure our homes when we travel?
Thank you very much.
Season.
The first thing is to keep quiet about your travel plans.
Okay.
Because we live in the Bible says in the perilous time. But the real perilous, the Bible is happening in Nigeria. Now,
okay, because it is now, this point in time is a very delicate time for you to let people know you're traveling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first
because before we do
keep
that,
your travel plans to yourself, to your family. The second is to secure your house very well. Possibly change your locks.
Wow.
Especially the outside locks. Because along the line, you must have brought assistance to your house to do one or two things. These guys are very smart.
Wow. True.
Copy keys and locks. So change your outside locks. Possibly if you have the capacity to do that, then I would say pray for God to secure your house. If you can. Well, I also learned that I'm a Christian and we face reality. Not all of us are Christians. True. All of us are Muslims. Some are traditionalists. So you should recognize them.
True.
There are things they do to secure their homes, and nobody will come around.
Yeah, true.
And that is of the story of a doctor who hired a security man who will never go to work at night. Go home to sleep. Wow. And the doctor said, but you're not doing the work I paid you to do. Say, okay.
Did anybody trouble you? Wow.
He said, I don't have to be there. He said, no, you have to be there. So the man didn't go. So the doctor went there in the night to do the work. He was going to want to take some things to implicate the security man. He got there. He moved blocks. He was busy throughout the night. Moving blocks for one, rearranging blocks till daybreak.
Oh my God.
Looking for him at home.
He put himself in trouble. Until
the about came back the following morning. Say,
why did you put yourself into this kind of effortless? He now come back to his senses.
But God is our own refuge. God is our own security. For those who don't have that belief, Do what you can
To
do
do.
to secure your house.
Mm.
But I tell you, God is real. If you put your trust in God, He will secure you, secure your home, secure your family. But there's a part of it you have to play.
A
Like
role.
keeping quiet, taking physical efforts to secure your home. You can tell someone that a distant house, help me keep an eye on my house. If you have the capacity, buy a camera, install a camera, link to your phone.
CCTV.
You can put a noise alarm, you can put it there. If you have a dog, if you are staying too long, take your dog away to a friend's house or to a veterinary doctor to take care of the dog before you come. Otherwise, the dog will be mad before you come back. And when you come back, we attack you.
Definitely.
So that is
what about people who travel at night? What will be the security tips we need to give them? Because many will want to travel the season, and maybe they just want to night. They just want to go at night. Maybe that's the time they could get the ticket to travel. What will be your tips for them while they're traveling?
Well, like I said, back in the days, traveling at night was the best thing to do. You could be sure you can get to Kaduna
very safe
and sound. But these days, it's no longer safe.
Road hijackers.
The government agencies have been telling all the police, road safety, I am one of them. We've been telling people about night traveling to avoid night traveling.
But people do.
Apart from thieves and attacks and hoodlums, the town could have a problem at night. How do we resolve it?
Strange environment.
In the middle of the bush. How do you do what you do? So I have an uncle in those days. He says anything after 6, he won't travel again. Anything before 6, he will not travel. So I think because our cars are not well maintained here, as we know, so the car can develop fault at any time. When that happens in the middle of the night in the bush, what do? Then you open yourself and your family to risk of attack of animals, of cold weather, of hoodlums, and feeling unsafe. It could also affect your BP.
True.
And the people you are calling to help you are here, you are there. You put everybody in this emergency situation. You are calling people here and there. Everybody will not be able to see because of your carelessness. So it is better to avoid night travel. If you want to do, however, maybe by public transport, all the big buses who have their own security
details.
So that would be safer. Or you go in a convoy, maybe 10, 4, 5, 4, 5 people
vehicles going together.
And you carry a mechanic, an engineer with
in
you.
case anything happens to the vehicle.
Extra parts, extra everything.
That will be costly.
Extra tire, extra jack.
Wow.
All those things can develop for at any time. Just make sure you have
extra of everything.
Extra money on you. The ATM and before where you are going. So have extra cash, not too much. Have extra cash to attend to your emergency needs. If you need to travel at night, then I would advise people to avoid traveling at night. And if you're going to travel for Christmas, don't wait for 23rd. Don't wait for 24th. Go early. Plan your travel early.
Let them know, sir. Why?
See, I think Nigerians, we don't have that planning mentality. We don't plan ahead. We only respond to situations. If you know you are traveling for Christmas, a week, you can take excuse from your work. Go a week before. The road is safer, it's freer at that time, it's less busy.
It's less busy.
The other person will hit the road at the same
congestion.
time. There will be congestion. There will be congestion. So you travel early to avoid congestion, delay on the road, and the more your car stays in the traffic, running in the go-slow situation, the more the engine is stressed up, and there could be overheating. There could be a fault of any type in the engine if the car runs too slowly for too long without moving. So these are things we need to consider before we travel.
What safety precautions coming to our children now? Because they are the most fragile and very important. We need to look out for their well-being and their personality, their safety is very important. So what safety precaution should children avoid or follow this season? Even as parents.
Well,
How
as
do
a
we come in?
parent and as a teacher, I know that things have changed a lot in this country.
Mm.
In those days, we could go to a friend's house for 1 week for Christmas, they come to our house, but it's no longer safe to do that.
Mm.
Now, I will advise family to keep their children to themselves at this time. Don't release them to go and, well, it's okay if you trust them enough, well enough to say holiday for people. Because we have seen so many, there was a video of a woman I saw on WhatsApp. A friend, very close friend, elderly woman, called her that she needed an assistance. She was sick, she was just discharged from the hospital, and so she called her, please, that's for you to normally cook for me, help me to bring it. And the woman, out of love, out of friendship, cooked the food, and took it to her friend in somewhere, somewhere. And lo and behold, she had been kidnapped. She was told now to call your friend to come. Somebody that was sick was kidnapped.
Yeah, I think I heard that story. That was last year.
Hey, that's so terrible. And so the woman just entered the hand of the kidnappers,
So the kidnappers.
Out of good mind. Out of good mind. And so she was able to escape anyway. God, she was able to escape that ordeal. Then she won't forget that in a very long time. So let's just keep to ourselves. Go to your church, go to your mosque, do your own thing yourself. If you want to go out at all, go early and come back early again. There will be good. There will be other Christmas period that will be safer. The economy is not smiling with anybody, so everybody is looking for ways to make money to do this and that. So just stay indoors, enjoy yourself, use your money you have.
Recent, I think yesterday or the first day, I saw a video of a lady. I think Blessing was mentioned by the CP in FCT, CP Olatunji Disu.
Okay.
The video, I came across it, and it said a lady decided to pay, I think, the neighbor's son, and decided to take the boy from maybe PH to Abuja. So they had to trace and all that. But the children these days, we have children kidnappers. What should parents do? Many parents are careless, so many. Because all in the name of trying to make ends meet. This season, what will be your advice to mothers and fathers, guidance
this is the time
of their words?
Of course, look inwards. We know that mothers, especially, and fathers too, where we say we want to give our children that free hand, and we need to control it. The Yoruba proverbs say, adìyẹ fẹ́ lọ sí àkìtàn lọ jẹ agbọmọ òròbó lọ́wọ́ ikú. We are preventing the chick from going early death. Yes. He said that you don't want me to go and enjoy myself at the pit or refuse dump. So the chick is our children. The way that's preventing the chick is the parents or the elders in society. So the elders, the parents have gone through life. The part of life that you are just going through. We have gone through it. We survived some ordeals. So when we are telling you, don't do this, please listen to us. It's a matter of time. You will soon become parents. You have seen what we are seeing now, and then you become wiser. I only hope that when we become wiser, we will not be injured in the process. My friend's father told him, what I'm telling you now, it will take the difference between my age and your age for you to understand.
To understand it.
And it's true. It will take the difference between your father's age, your mother's age, and your age.
To
understand what they are telling you now. So why don't you be patient, wait for your time. You can't be like us suddenly. When we say don't go, even if we think we are wicked, it's for your good. If you don't go out now, you will go out later. When my father was telling me, don't go out, at the time, going out was even, I became fed up.
You don't.
I became on my own.
I beg, let me just
I was able for somebody to control me. You know, I was
Because
like,
it's not your
no,
world.
it's my world.
No one can hold you.
I hope somebody will tell me, don't go out today now. Must you go out again? I will still want to go. But say, so that's it. So just wait and wait. There's a waiting period for everybody. There's a learning period. There's a training period. Get all the lessons you can get from your parents. Learn all you can learn from them, the lecturers. Then when you become a parent too, you say, wow.
This is how it is.
This is what.
Okay, now going to online scams, shopping, and automated machine usage, POS usage. That's where we're going now. How do we identify and avoid this holiday season, all the scams? Sometimes you shop online. We have heard people who have shopped online say you pay, on delivery, and when you try to use the POS, they would have mastered your PIN or try to do their normal way of trying to scam. Or we have heard people who have been killed all in the name of delivering, to you, and also. How do we avoid all this little petty but very dangerous way of getting people going to the automated machine, the POS? People, I don't like using POS. I won't lie to you.
Hate it too.
I don't like using it because why would I want to patronize where my mind will not be at peace? I'm going to pay for my service, but yet you still want to scam me, take my. So, what are the things we need to avoid trying to run through all this digitalized way of running things during the season?
Well, thank you very much. For me, I am a conservative. So I don't do too much of
online digital stuff and all that.
I work for my money.
Have you? I like that.
Yeah, I work for my money.
That's why I say I work for my money.
It's not free. So, but I do it minimally, and I do it with sense. I take the pain to go to the bank. If you value your money, take the pain to go to the bank. And the banks have improved now. The other time I was at First Bank Moe to collect my ATM machine. But the machine attended to me. Within 2 minutes, I was done. So the banks have improved. And if you live in an environment where the banks are always busy, look for a nearest branch where the branch are not so busy. That's for me. And if you must use social media, if I want to pay online, I want to check that source before paying. I will call somebody. Are you sure this? I will even use some. I will change my
tried it before?
ATM number to see. I will change the number is not correct. I will see their response before I finally use my card.
Oh my God!
Because when the money is gone, for God's sake, for how many years I've been working now?
So it should not go like that. It should in here. So God have mercy.
Confirm. There's a way you can confirm some sites before you make payments. For delivery, for buying online, I will choose pay on delivery. Like I said, I'm a conservative. So it has paid me.
I want to see what I'm buying.
When you come, I don't mind paying extra, paying for delivery, but I want to see what I'm paying for. I don't do that often. But for those who prefer to do online payment, please check their website, call the places before you make payments. Because when you commit your card into that space, you have opened up your finances
to them.
Goodness.
Okay, finally, as we take our last advice, fire and electrical hazards. How do we prevent this? Harmattan is here. Whether we like it or not, even though the sun is still there, what are those things we need to prevent because we have to run when it comes to fire and electrical hazards?
Yeah, electrical, well, we need to check all our electrical points regularly. The switches, the point of connection. When we use this long extension, when we use some, you feel that they are getting weak, and so you need to change them. Don't say because you don't have money to buy another extension.
It's better you don't use them at all.
Because when the sparks will happen, you will not be around. When the damage comes, it will be a lot more than the cost of buying a new one. So don't use the extension wire or extension cable for too long. When you notice that some holes are not working well, it's time for you to change it.
Change it.
If you have used something for 2, 3, 4 years, you bought it 3,000, you want to use it to finish it. No. Change it and buy another one. That's one. Then don't leave your television set on. Don't, when you're traveling, switch off all appliances. Fridges. In fact, the mains from the outside, switch off. So nothing can happen when you are going. The gas pipes, pull it off when you are traveling. Close it and then pull it off. Okay, so these are things you can do, and God will just help us. Don't let us say because the economy is bad, not to manage things, manage this, don't manage please. Don't manage. This iron, and if you work for 6 months, don't use it. Because when the spark comes, when the shock comes, we spend more money on our health, on the damage, on to repair the damage and to replace what have been damaged in the process of that.
And your final word as we go to help our people, just like you said, security is not a product, it's a process. It's a process.
Yeah, it's a process. That's what I'm saying. It's a process. What works today may not work tomorrow.
Thank you so much. We've been talking with Dr. Kayo, the judge. He is an expert when it comes to security. He was once a former HOD with Caleb, teaching and lecturing in criminology, conflict studies, expert resolution, and all that. So he has been talking to us on security tips for this Yuletide season. And you can also find him on Instagram at KJudge, KAY Judge 4668. And so I want to say a big thank you for joining us this morning. It's so good to have you. Unfortunately, Joy is not here. She would have said, I want to take something from you. Thank you so much, sir. It's been a long time, and I'm telling you, I'm enjoying today, and I pray you will enjoy today as well. So tomorrow is going to be another wonderful day. To everyone who has joined us today, please don't forget to join us. Please share our discussion today. It goes a long way and to help a lot of people, because that is what family and values is all about. Tomorrow we're looking at getting season's gift, shopping at moderate cost. Getting season's gifts and shopping at moderate cost. So if you're going to, look out for everything that you want to shop for, let's talk about it tomorrow. Those things that will help you even as you prepare to make your last shopping next week, Christmas. So even if you want to get a gift, there's a way you can get it in bulk, and the price will be so small, and you're like, wow, this is interesting. So having someone in tomorrow, I want to say a big thank you to the Almighty God who has given us today, to everyone from my ASM to our HOP, and everyone from the crew, the cameraman, the MCR, our editor. Yes, thank you, Kalista. So kudos to you, and to everyone who is watching us live. To my beautiful sister that is not here. We love you. We appreciate God's grace over your life. My name is Remain Olori Adejoke, and we great hope to see you tomorrow by the grace of the Almighty God. Have a splendid day. Bye for now.